I feel like we've been here before.
This is a case of deja vu all over again. We've had the Mead Metal and MMA podcast number like 46, I think.
47.
47. All right, I'm off the mark then. All right, 47. We appreciate you joining us this week, friends, because we do what we can each week to kind of bring you the insights that two morons have on Mead, metal, and MMA and all things involving life.
Should we fucking let people know the fuckery we've had to deal with?
The fuckery.
Yeah.
So
Ruben, give me a little chat in that microphone, man.
Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1,
Look
2.
here, you asshole. You're on a show. Don't give me testing nonsense.
Testes.
1, 2, 3.
My testes.
Yeah, he's back like a bad habit, folks.
Woo!
Yeah.
Joining us, Ruben, the Heartbreaker, Gonzo. He's the guy. He's the guy. We're actually a little pissed off and disheartened tonight.
I know, yeah. I'm really angry at technology right now.
Fucking Lenovo.
I mean, like, I'm kind of not even wanting to do just like a redo.
Well, let's
A
go
little
ahead.
backstory.
Let's not lose our goddamn minds over this. Okay, so we did a podcast a little bit earlier this evening, and as most of you would expect, by 8 o'clock at night Mountain Time on a Friday, you're going to get our jovial content. Sometimes we're good, sometimes we're bad, but
Most times we're amazing.
we're usually terrible. But we do what we can. So tonight you're sitting back thinking, here it is time. I should be having some of the best entertainment of my life.
A Chardonnay.
Maybe I'll be back. I'll be drinking wine and having salmon and trying to listen
And
to the
jovial frivolity. And no, you're getting none of that. You're getting rage right now.
Well, the problem is we did a full podcast and about 45 minutes worth.
Dun, dun, dun.
And said podcast has gone into the wind because
Well, it's saved. It's converted and saved. It's just during the upload process, the fucking thing decided to stop working. And I blame Ruben. I'm just throwing it out there right now.
well, that seems logical, right?
Yeah.
Ruben wasn't here.
Every
We've always
podcast been
all
great
right.
till you showed up, motherfucker.
I fucked your podcast.
Speak for yourself right now on these claims.
I fucked up the podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Now I have to be in it.
I expect a written fucking
that's probably true.
apology.
It's like,
Brandon's
and my
like-
punishment is I have to be a
Brandon's like, now you have to perform in the
That's
podcast.
right. You motherfucker, we got to do it again. You got to do it
You
again.
better entertain the audience, motherfucker. Entertain now.
So we come together weekly to talk about our three favorite topics of the day, which are Mead, Metal, and MMA. Thus the clever name that we've laid out.
Dun,
for
dun,
this.
dun, dun.
Brought to you by Echoes of Ancients.
And Bullet Rye, which is now a quarter empty.
Bullet Rye has actually always done us a very solid.
Ruben, will you hand me that shot glass that's over there, bud?
I would say actually not.
Don't
the,
worry. Don't listen to me, if you're not there.
I would say actually they
Thanks,
haven't
buddy.
done us a favor as a corporate entity, but they've done us a favor as what their product is. Which
That's
is
right.
Really, that's what capitalism's all about. son.
Lubricant for the chat.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
So
It'll catch on.
let's talk about meat. Long ships. We have started that batch.
Longships is ready to go. It is set sailed, but there are no Vikings on the ship yet,
Right. Well,
which it's looking more and more like that's going to be tomorrow.
we'll be doing that tomorrow because, well, thanks to Bullet Rye, we're probably not in the capacity to operate the mead hall as it should be.
Thanks to Bullet Rye and Rage.
Bullet Rye and Rage.
I'm good with just being mad on a microphone right
Ruben,
now.
you remember long ships?
Oh, yeah.
We've done 2 batches now. What are your thoughts?
I did like, that's a batch I enjoyed. I like long ships.
Like wood.
Is this the third one you got coming up?
No. This is the one that has.
The third iteration of it,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is the third one. You're right on that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
but not our third meet of the year. Actually, it might wrap up
It
2017
is
for
gonna
Echoes
wrap
of
up
Ancients.
2017. Yeah.
Which kind of bumps me out. There ain't gonna be no troublemaking.
Long ships is
towards the end of the year.
traditional in the Echoes of Ancients realm. So, yeah, I like me some long ships. That's one you'll always bring back. So,
Long ships,
definitely-
Troublemaker, Green Man. Those are the 3 we bring back on the list.
Yeah.
Right.
I like the traditional ones that always come back.
Those are
Those are
3,
staples.
I think. Well, maybe 4 because we'll always probably also do a batch 1. I think
Sure.
'cause
Oh
we
yeah.
always
Plain
have
mead.
to throw out the reflection of here's the most plain.
Yeah, and our
vanilla
plain dry mead
uh,
actually comes out really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
As far as like looks and flavor, I think.
Right. Green Man, we've got still got a lot of that. We're almost out of Runestone, by the way.
Which Ruben's been enjoying for a better part of the evening.
Oh, the test. Yeah, we pulled one for test to make sure because I had somebody said they didn't think it was their thing.
Right.
So we went ahead and cracked open a bottle of Runestone. Frankly, that is my thing.
Yeah,
Ruben,
fucking
is it your
Ruben's
thing?
setting up shop right now.
I'm enjoying this Runestone.
So,
at first when I first tried it, I was like, what's going on? It's different from everything y'all have ever done.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the honey because you become addicted to the honey when you do mead.
of course.
And when you drink Runestone, you're like, what the fuck? What's going on here, man? Something's missing. But after you try it over and over and over, it starts, you get accustomed to the taste,
Yeah, I think the cream dream actually came out pretty well.
The cream cheese.
That's what I always called it, cream dream. Couldn't put that on a label, though.
No, you cannot. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we have a little bit of Green Man, a little bit of Runestone. There we go. That's what we got for me. Let's move on.
It's funny. Last podcast, a little over 45 minutes. This podcast, it might clock in about 25, 30.
And does anybody have a problem with that?
I don't know. It just gives me more time to bitch about stuff at the end.
That's actually all right.
Ranting and venting.
That's right.
Well, because
then I can start my show.
Well, I will say this too, is because we always start with talking about, hey, how's your week? We, kind of ease in.
That's true. This has been a very aggressive podcast. So.
Yeah. Well, the death of a laptop will do that.
That's
too,
horseshit. This is all bull. Thankfully, I travel with a laptop in my pickup at all times.
So we can do
my magic murder bag, as I call it.
All right, that's it for that. Metal. Actually, I have a topic I did not cover on the last one, so I consider this to be my second chance.
Second chance is life.
To make right with the world.
Oh, man. Very few get that opportunity.
How big of a fan of Kiss are you guys?
I'm not a fan. I think that,
So,
Fan of what?
a fan. That's why we keep them around.
Wait, y'all are still here? What do y'all want?
What do you think? What do you think of the band Kiss?
Oh man, I've heard a lot of people ask that question before, and everybody's instant reaction is sellouts.
Well, they're not sellouts. I mean,
but they have some good tunes, though. You got to admit they have some. They have something for everybody.
Name one.
No.
Yeah.
What a rock and roll. No, I don't care for that one too much. I like Psycho Circus. That's a
I
song.
like Love Gun.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Love Gun.
What do y'all think about when they went into this whole disco thing? When they did disco rock?
That was what.
I was made
I know,
for
that's what it was.
loving you, baby.
Love Gun is actually not a
You
bad
were
one. Cold
made
Gin
for
would have been better.
loving
That would have been
me.
highly received. By Ruben answering on anything after 1979.
Yeah.
That's out. That's out. Well, the only reason I bring it up.
Fucker, you bought Psycho Circus.
It was a pretty good album.
I remember. You bought that, and you bought that fucking stupid game for the Dreamcast as well.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but Kiss had a video game for the Dreamcast. I liked it.
It was called Psycho Circus. It was based off the album. It was a first-person shooter, and it was not. I appreciate you liked it, but it was a shit game.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, behold, I have a
People, and this is why I have to have a show.
I believe Martin Luther King once said, "It's
Dreamcast.
dangerous to go alone. Take this."
Dreamcast. That's what it was.
Dreamcast, casting those
so
dreams.
anyway, the only reason I bring this up is because of the fact that Gene Simmons is needing money. So if you have a lot of money and you would like to give some money to Gene Simmons so he can have a lot of money,
Then
what
he
wants.
will send you a thank you card.
Greed
somehow.
has no end.
Well, here's what's going on.
Isn't he rich as shit?
That's kind of was my impression of his life.
I thought he was rich as fuck.
Well, he's putting out the Gene Simmons Vault. What this is a 150 track,
Oh, that already sounds terrible.
all on CDs, which we all use, right?
That's right. I love compact disc.
The compact disc has been, very good to all of us. But no. So it's going to be a vault of 150 tracks he's done with like people from all the way from Bob Dylan all the way up to modern musicians and everything else. All of them ones that he held back, which means
Oh, fuck that.
they weren't good enough They were shitty, but they weren't shitty enough to appear on some of the shittiest songs.
Yeah.
The albums that they put out.
I'm not interested at all.
Hey, it's $2,000, friend. $2,000.
Are you fucking serious?
$2,000?
$2,000.
Come on, Ruben. 150 songs nobody's heard.
Gene Simmons is one of those guys that is. He shits money.
He's trying to bite
He
the
shits
skis.
money, but he plays the part of, oh man, I'm really hurting. No, this dude has shits money,
Fuck
dude.
that, man. He's biting
guy
skis
shits
off Wu-Tang, being like, hey, we're making an album where we made one copy and we're selling it to one person. And that
Yeah.
cocksucker buys it.
No,
It's that same fucking formula.
Okay, well, this one is 500 for your vault from Gene Simmons. By the way, not Kiss.
It's not Kiss affiliated.
It is Gene Simmons.
Fuck that, because all the money goes to him, and I don't want him to get
And
all the money.
and he wrote a 50,000 word mini book.
I'm not interested in hearing Gene Simmons' high school thesis on rock.
I am not interested in going back and correcting all of Gene Simmons' grammatical.
Damn right.
Brandon, I'm picking up that Brandon has a fuck this guy attitude with George Gene Simmons.
I'm not a Kiss. No, I'm just not a Kiss fan.
That's a healthy attitude.
I never bought into the hype. I know a lot of big names in it. I know Dimebag Darrell was a huge Kiss fan, and I know a lot of fucking big names are huge Kiss fans. But fuck that shit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It just doesn't interest me at all.
Kiss is a novelty. It's something to check out and be like, oh, that's pretty interesting. But there's always going to be something else. You're going to be like, oh, this catches my interest is more than Kiss does.
It's a time capsule filled with shit.
time capsule of
That's
shit.
the best way to put Kiss.
Yeah.
Time
That's the best way
capsule
to-
of shit.
It's like,
Man,
yeah,
there's a lot of people to be pissed off, but you're right.
everyone knows the words to I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party
Right.
Every Day, but who actually really likes that song? Nobody.
It's
I'd
overplayed, man.
I'd say anything past Kiss Alive 2? I'd say
I'd say
past
anything
that.
after Lick It Up and it was shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, even before that, the Elder. The Elder was terrible. I
Yeah.
mean, that was kind of what launched them into a new.
As soon as they took their makeup off, they were assholes.
Yeah, and that was the first one.
Right.
Kiss is one of those bands that's cashed out, and everybody's like, all right, dude, you've cashed out. Go on and go.
I'm done talking about Kiss.
But Gene Simmons wants 500 of his closest fans to give him $2,000. So that's $1 million.
There are 500 idiots out there that are going to do
That
that,
is $1 million
though.
on the button, isn't it?
Yeah.
We all know there's 500 people out there that are going to fucking...
Yeah, there's 500
gonna be,
idiots out there that will part with $2,000.
300 that will be picked as those that can meet him at a show, and he'll sign it and hand it to him.
Oh,
directly.
that's what I'd love is for just Gene Simmons to sign on to a big turd and hand it to me personally.
I know what you would dig more than that, and that's the one we cannot afford. Is the $50,000 where he comes to your house and he spends 2 hours hanging out, doing basically like Gene Simmons stuff, and he'll sign stuff for you and 25 of your friends, no instruments, and
What if we provide the instruments?
no, he won't sign them.
Oh, cocksucker.
See?
Well, fuck him. I don't want his ink on my shit anyway.
I wanted him to bring a pizza to my house and then fuck off. So
I'll
that
pa-
way I go, see, Gene Simmons
I'd pay
tried to bring me
$50,000. I'd pay $50,000 to just have him come here on the podcast and me just fucking berate him right here. That'd be worth it. That'd be worth $50,000.
It'd be worth it to
To
me.
make
That's
Gene
the-
Simmons
God.
leave feeling worse than he did.
I'm enjoying Brandon's fuck this guy attitude right now.
Hey,
I appreciate his approach to Kiss. See,
I'm very honest when it comes to my music.
Brandon's like, this guy's trying too damn hard.
First time I ever got my toes into hard rock was Kiss, and I was like a 7-year-old, 8-year-old.
I think Def Leppard is better than Kiss.
Whoa.
So there you go.
Justin Bieber.
And y'all go fuck
Justin
yourself.
Bieber for the generation. That's the
Any band that has deaf in it is good, like Deftones.
Yeah.
You can't. What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't compare
me-
Deftones with Def Leppard.
No.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
not a comparison. That's a comparison.
That's
those
what
are
you said.
Totally different bands. Totally different.
That was Ruben Gonzalez's first pun of the night is what it was.
Me and Brandon locked eyes when I said Deftones. You got a boner for
Yeah,
Deftones.
we locked eyes.
But that's we'll have to
love,
skip that.
dude.
We'll have to
Guys
skip
and got
that.
a boner.
That's right.
Good man.
We'll have to skip that. We'll have to skip
I'm really
that.
glad you just said. Yeah, we're gonna.
Me and
edit
Brandon,
that
me and
post.
Brandon have man boner for Deftones. We locked eyes right there.
I'm
Just
really.
taking notes.
Don't involve me in your man boner talk.
Ruben and Brandon have a man boner for each other.
I'm going to show you what
No,
old man
no, I didn't
strength
say that,
feels
no.
like here in a minute.
New
Okay, y'all.
releases.
Kevin's like twisting shit around, y'all.
New releases for the day. Enslaved puts out a new one by the.
E.
Yes, that's right. The crazy name of E. Enslaved has put out
That is
E.
not a difficult album title to
Enslaved.
remember.
Hey,
You ever heard E by Enslaved?
Maybe that's what it is. See, I'm like, yeah, I heard it.
Hey, that's a good album by Soulfly, Enslaved.
Oh yeah, that's right. They put out one
Pretty good
called Enslaved too. Yeah.
Robert Plant, Carry Fire. Robert Plant does carry fire because he's an original member of.
And he also has several venereal diseases too.
What?
That's how he's also carrying fire in his crutch.
Is this guy known for
I
carrying
thought that was Hugh Hefner.
Oh.
No, that dude just doesn't know how to eat a properly cooked hamburger.
Oh, the E. coli thing.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
That'll kill your ass dead if you're old.
Are you saying Robert Plant was sleeping with a lot of groupies?
I'm saying Robert Plant probably has herpes on his dick.
Probably. Yeah, when you're a rock star, and you know.
I'll let
Hey,
you
now you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play.
Samael's got out of hegemony. It's terrible.
It was okay. It's okay. It's just compared to like Passage. I think Passage came out in like the early 2000s. That is their epitome of a
That's metal as fuck, though. Samael's is for people that really know metal.
Yeah, but that new album, man, is not.
It's,
Really? That bad?
Left wanting.
Just my opinion. Just my opinion.
Spectral Voice, Eroded Corridors of Unbeing. I don't know that they have that one on iTunes. That might be a Bandcamp one, but
yeah, that might be one you actually have to fucking buy to listen to.
After the show, remind me to tell you about this new album that just came up from another band.
I'm
not going to bring it up.
I'm going to remind you, dude.
Remind me after the show.
Yeah, don't bring it up in the metal portion.
Don't let us know what you're thinking.
Samael, I'll have to check it out on YouTube.
This is already twice as better as what we last did.
All right, Whoa Fat, Live Juju, Freak Valley, and Beyond.
Album title of the year.
Yeah, it is. Live Juju, Freak Valley, and Beyond.
Yeah. It's an album Hendrix gave.
Whoa Fat's been around a long time. That's the crazy thing.
God. Oh, man.
All right. So that takes care of our first 2/3 of our podcast. MMA. Well, this is where we get down to the mixed martial arts.
That's right. And before we go forward, we have to go to the past.
Oh, yeah.
UFC 216.
Demetrius Johnson.
Greatest to ever do it. Greatest.
Pound for pound, best fighter ever?
Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, this guy is still slaying it in an age where if you're cheating, you're going to get caught. Mighty Mouse is on a level without Ruben just pulled something out of his butt.
Anybody want some?
Anybody want some?
It's called Runestone. That's,
I had a butt plug it, and I just pulled it out.
I know. And then you pulled out, and you're like, anybody want some? But no, yeah, Mighty Mouse, pound for pound, greatest to ever play the game.
They had the whole thing is he went from he basically it was a weird throw, right? I mean, it
was like almost like a back suplex.
Right.
That's how it started, and then he kind of just went to his side as he was in the air.
In the air.
Changed his position, and then fucking locked in one of the most beautiful arm bars I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, he did have to work it. Now, and I will actually give a lot of credit to Ray Borg on that because dude did not want to tap. He didn't.
Yeah.
But man, Mighty
Mouse, resistance is futile.
Mighty Mouse, once he has you in that position, it's just like Ronda Rousey used to be. That position, they're not going to give up that. You know, I mean, they've got.
It's just a matter of how badly your arm's going to get fucked up. Not if, but how bad.
But the problem is then you get people on Twitter. Everybody.
Actually, I would like to preface this because.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruben, say someone came up to you in an agreed fight. You're about to fight somebody. And for about 20 minutes, you put up a pretty good fight, but you're not really putting up a whole lot of offense, and you end up getting made a fool of and tapped out like you've never fought in your life. And then the guy comes over and taps you on the back and says, well, hey, man, great job. You know, nothing better than being a father in that birth of that first baby. And just pats you on the back and then fucking moves on. How do you react to that?
I'd be mad. I'd be like, you just beat me like I was your bitch.
Well, you're Mexican, so that explains a lot.
The whole macho man, the whole macho man bullshit.
That's right, macho chingazo way.
Hey, culero, don't talk to me. You just want my ass. Don't talk to me, culero.
Well, point being that Mighty Mouse basically just went over and congratulated Ray Borg on the birth of a child and being a father.
Yeah, he said being a father's like the best thing ever.
Didn't even acknowledge the past 22 minutes that they had just been through.
It was a crazy crazy thing that.
I don't even know if Mighty Mouse broke a sweat.
No, I don't think he did. I mean, and it was already 5th round, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Ray Borg did what he could do to make it an interesting contest. I'm
He
not
did.
gonna, I'm not going to take anything away from him, but man, that's Mighty Mouse. That's what he does. Is
Best
he
in the
goes
world.
out and he's the best fighter that's ever fought. And God dang it, he ends up making every opponent look like a fucking fool.
It does. That's why he's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, and at the end of the fight, then he goes over and congratulates him on their own stuff. You know,
It's not like, hey, man, great fight. You did really good, because that'd be a lie. He just fucking congratulates him on something completely different.
yeah.
Class act.
That's the way it goes. All right, other things going on, MMA, Bisping and GSP. So UFC's been rolling out this. They've been rolling out this like weird, like little standoff. And
Yeah,
in
they're
terms
trying
like
to
they
do the
used to-
same media tour they did with McGregor and
Exactly.
Mayweather.
Exactly, and it's not. It's falling on deaf ears. They did one in Toronto today that they said,
At the
almost.
at the Hockey Hall of Fame, there wasn't a whole lot of like public there. It was all press.
Almost came to blows. Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
you know what?
Bisping pointed at GSP in his chest, and then GSP pushed him, and then hubble baloo. I'm not buying it.
No, and the problem is it's a sport with terrible ownership, with terrible ideas, trying to make something happen. The Fertittas used to keep that company with his nose above water,
Sure.
and
They were at least able to keep it afloat.
Man.
Occasionally, they would fucking get that shit going up.
man,
This
WMG
new
is
regiment
just-
is slowly killing the UFC, man.
Well,
Slowly.
yeah, because they're getting to the point now they can't. They can't afford to keep things even on a normal level. They're having to kind of create things.
Yeah.
This Bisping GSP thing it's
It's a
unsettling.
rivalry just pulled out of the ether.
It doesn't exist.
I mean, I'm happy to see GSP coming back and battling. That's
Sure.
great.
against Michael Bisping in a weight class that he never fought in.
Yeah. And he's going to be a small motherfucker at middleweight.
And if Tyron Woodley wasn't such an asshole, then, hey, GSP would have come back and fight in his own weight class.
Yeah. Well, if Woodley could fucking actually put on a good fight, it'd be fine.
He did against Lawler, and that was it,
Yeah.
which I guess Lawler's got a fight coming up.
Yeah. RDA. Apparently, the winner of that's going to get Woodley sometime next year. We're probably going to see a Cormier-Ozdemir main event pay-per-view with
really?
the co-main. Because Cormier's already gone on record saying, I'm not fighting this year, but me and Vulcan are fighting next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Cormier, and he
does
what AKA
the doubt
does.
is there. The doubt is there for...
You get your first injury, and then you make him wait 6 months. So
Yeah.
you only fight once a year.
Well, he's already making him wait 6 months now. It's like, I'm not fighting the rest of the year. That fight will happen next year. It's not going to happen until March or April.
Man, I'm not a fan of that.
What do you think, Ruben?
About what?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes to what you said.
yeah.
He agrees with what I said.
That's right.
Shit,
Fucking knows better.
drunk Facebooking, but yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, you're
So,
don't drunk book, man. Don't drunk book.
Don't
on the
drunk
podcast.
book.
New fights.
Said don't drunk book.
New fights announced coming up December 2nd. We have Ali Aquina versus Paul Felder.
If it was a pro wrestling match, I'd take Ali Aquina.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody cares.
I don't know, man. I'm like Felder's transition to the analyst desk. I dig. I'm fine with active fighters being an analyst as long as they're not a champ.
Right. No, you know what? No, I'm right. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. Because Cruz all of a sudden became tolerable after he lost the belt.
Yeah.
Because the dude has some legit knowledge.
Right.
Everything Rogan says, he's able to bring like a different perspective, but similar information.
The problem is then you have Daniel Cormier.
Well,
who
yeah,
is
he's been
awful.
gifted that belt yet again.
Yeah. Well,
But I ain't got no time for that bitch.
all right. The other fight they threw out this week, Aldo and Lamas. They've already fought once before. What do you know? That's going to be Aldo Lamas 2 in the hot spot of the MMA world of Winnipeg.
Last one was a title fight.
Of Winnipeg on December 16th.
Fight capital of Canada, eh?
December 16th.
Hope Alex Lifeson does the Canadian national anthem before the fights.
I'd take a knee.
I take it. On a Canadian. What if Goulet's singing it though, motherfucker? You take a knee then?
I think you do a headstand. I think at some point.
True. Yeah, you got to do some mime type ability. Oh shit.
Oh shit. All right.
Well, I think we need to acknowledge what day it is today.
It is Friday the 13th. What we're up against is the fact we did a podcast for you people and we thought was great.
What probably is going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Drink it all, man. Drink
all
all the
drink it
booze you want.
That's what that mead is for us.
That's
for
right.
Drinking.
That's what I love about the meadery. It's like, can I drink this? And they're always like, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, we got plenty. But yeah, it is Friday the 13th. One of my favorite days, especially when it falls in October. Means I get to watch Friday the 13th and Halloween
That's my boy.
in the same month.
That's my boy. See, this guy takes Halloween serious. That's what I like about this motherfucker.
Well,
He doesn't play around when it comes to
I
Halloween.
take the movie franchise more serious than the holiday nowadays.
Of course.
Because I'm an old cocksucker. I'm not going to go out and dress myself up as a clown and go
I
out
like
and
when
get
he insults
treats.
himself, by the way.
Well, if you can't insult yourself, who can you insult?
So if we're gonna pick, let's pick movies now. I made the mistake of like picking like our favorite like horror movies back in like goddamn August or
Yeah,
something
the
like that.
overall ones, yeah.
It was kind of stupid.
But this is straight up for the genre, for the franchise of Friday
Okay,
the 13th.
so this is all right. So favorite Friday the 13th or Halloween movies top 3. How you got?
Oh, I can do both. Friday the 13th.
Well, no, it's got to be a combined list
Oh, of just favorite.
among the franchises. Those two combined, Halloween and Friday the 13th. Would you like me to start?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to go, my number 3 is the first Halloween movie because that's where we kind of understand where that guy fucking
1978.
loses his goddamn mind.
Most fucking successful indie movie ever made.
Number 2 would be, that's going to be Friday the 13th part, the one.
One with Pamela.
It was called Friday the 13th.
Yeah, where the mama was getting shit done.
That's right.
Not a lot of people realize that first movie. It wasn't Jason doing the killing. It was his
No,
mother.
it's the mother. That's right.
If you've seen Scream, then you realize that fact. But then
Right.
you're just cheating. You know, if you didn't
Well,
know it beforehand, you're a cocksucker.
yeah, but if you didn't know that, that's the thing you know now. So
Yeah.
there you go. And then my number 1 would be Friday the 13th Part 2. Kind of a hidden little flick from the late 70s.
The deliverance of Friday the 13th.
Well, it kind of is. I mean, that's where Camp Crystal Lake really becomes just a murdering ground.
Sure.
You know, the first one
the boy
was,
returns.
First one was kind of crazy, but I mean, 2 is like, hey, then they were pulling like, yeah, this lake has been closed down. Like, oh no, this lake's good. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of keeps the tradition from the first movie, but yet it advances it into really the late
that's solid.
70s. I
That's
think
solid.
that's my 3.
All right, my 3 between the two genres. First one's gonna be Friday the 13th Part 4 with Corey Feldman.
That's
where
your number 3.
yeah, the final
Okay.
chapter, which initially was going to be the end of the Friday the 13th franchise. We all
Anything
know
with-
how that fucking went.
Anything with Corey
Hey, guys,
Feldman.
I'm going to be judged for this, but I like Jason versus Freddy. I'm out.
No.
No, you're gonna have your opportunity to shine in the sun.
Oh, okay.
You stand by, son.
Yeah. Number 2 is going to be Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, where Tommy Jarvis returns and resurrects his
Is it
old...
because of the soundtrack?
No, it's because Kane Hodder is now your Voorhees, and he is the epitome of Jason. He just nails walk, everything. In the Friday the 13th game that they have out now,
Right.
if you don't like playing online, then you're a cocksucker. Kane Hodder went in and mocapped all the kills,
Okay. All right.
which is like cool as fuck, like a
Sure.
rock star type of thing they're doing.
Right.
And they're
Well,
actually
what
getting
else
the
is
guy-
he doing though? I would ask. I
well,
would ask that. Is he-
convention to convention. I
is
think
he
he wrote like a.
working
I think
on-
he has an auto movie coming up, biography
Working on
about him.
some things about autoerotic asphyxiation.
But my number 1 between the two franchises has got to be Halloween 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that fucking movie. That's just one of the most perfect horror sequels I've ever seen.
Right. No, that's a valid. That's
And
a valid
Halloween, the franchise could have ended right there. At the end, they blow up the hospital. Dr. Loomis is dead. Jason Voorhees, motherfucker. Michael Myers is
pick. Michael
dead.
Myers. Yeah.
And Laurie Strode makes it out. Perfect.
Good pick.
Shut her down.
Yeah.
Ruben.
Which they didn't do.
Top 3 between Friday the 13th and Halloween. Both movie franchises. Top 3 movies. Go!
Me. We're going to start with Freddy versus Jason. Okay.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
That your third?
I liked it because Freddy versus Jason, there's a lot of shit talking going on between two different franchises.
And that last battle.
It's what I like about it. It's like, okay. Here's this franchise and here's this franchise. Talk shit, motherfuckers. Let it all out, you know?
And the final battle between Freddy and Jason at Crystal Lake is actually fucking really amazing.
I'm a critical guy. I criticize shit. And I watched it. And I like what they have in there, you know? There's a lot of fan service.
Right.
Because you know people that are hardcore fans of Freddy and hardcore fans of Jason are gonna be fucking they're gonna fucking compare the shit out of everything and
a lot of inside jokes in there that unless you've seen the franchise, you're not gonna pick up on them.
This movie, what I like about is for people that are true fans of either or,
right?
It has a little bit for everybody.
Totally.
And they beat the shit out of each other. That's what I like about it.
Number 2.
So you're number 2.
Number 2, fuck it, I'll jump into
Friday or
X.
Halloween.
Oh wait, Halloween.
Halloween is also part of the equation.
Halloween or Friday the 13th?
Top 3 between 2.
Okay, I'll go with Halloween. How many Halloweens are there altogether?
8 or 9.
Just for shits and giggles, I'll jump
If
into
you don't
Rob.
count
I'll jump into Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
like
fine with that.
I like all the Halloweens, but Rob Zombie, you can tell he's true to the series. You can tell he's a true fan of it.
Rob Zombie did a great job with the first one. The second one was a little weird.
I haven't seen the second one, but the first one you could tell he stuck to the formula. He knows
the first one's good.
he knows there's
Had
a
Danny
formula.
Trejo in it, for fuck's sake.
So that's my second one.
Number 1.
Number 1 was Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, that's your number 1.
Oh, you're going the other direction.
So what's your least favorite?
I
out
love
of
Freddy
it?
vs. Jason because I'm a fan of both, and to see them both beat the shit out of each other, you know, they do that in Mortal Kombat, but to see it in a movie, you know,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
that's fan service, you know. So the second one was that Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Rob Zombie.
Third one, just to you know, not waste any time. I guess I'll go with Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, the Final Friday.
You remember at the beginning where
That
he
was the,
fucking cuts that girl in half in the tent, and this couple is out in the forest.
Yeah. That was when he wasn't in the Jason Voorhees body, though. That was when he was in a human body trying to find...
Jason Goes to Hell. There's a lot going on other than the scene I just told you about.
I mean, I have to admit, that movie is really stupid, but it's a lot of fun.
It's stupid.
No. But it's so much fun.
Are you saying that because of that? At the beginning, that dude's all fucking obsessed with the heart and he eats it. Remember at the
Well,
beginning
just
of it?
the whole way of Jason Voorhees transporting his soul to other people was bullshit.
They
Yeah.
forced the
Yeah.
story.
But what was
They
great
forced the
about it-
story. They
What
forced
was
the
great
story.
about it was at the beginning, after they blow up Jason Voorhees and they take him back to the coroner's office, they have the coroner's office protected by cops, and one of the cops is Kane Hodder, like without the makeup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was just like talking shit about Jason, like he's just a big pussy anyway.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to like a newsreel that's just because Jason fucking broke out of that. You see just Kane Hodder totally destroyed by Jason. It is just fucking amazing.
Well, let's go and wind it up, I guess, as we need to do.
I am not done.
Oh,
I am not done.
okay.
Hey, Ruben, are you done?
Um,
You got anything else you want to say?
you want to throw in anything else about Jason versus Freddy? I mean, did you throw it?
Oh no, I actually on the
You got to have something else to say
on the
about that.
Lost podcast. I actually talked pretty highly of it.
Of
It was,
Jason
on, it
versus
was on
Freddy?
my list, but this list we added Halloween into it, so I had to
Right.
drop it.
Wasn't there a rumor that they were going to bring Leatherface into one of those? They're
No.
gonna bring Leatherface into it?
Actually, and I brought this up on the Lost podcast. They were going to do Freddy versus Jason versus Ash from Evil Dead. Oh. But that fell through, so instead of that, they turned it into a comic book serial. And it was quite good. Quite good.
Okay.
I
Moving on.
got one thing. I cracked myself up earlier today.
Kevin, you always crack yourself up.
Yeah, sometimes. My mouth is a little quicker than my brain sometimes. So,
That could pay
No,
off
we-
if you were younger.
well, we had. So a friend of mine went to Lubbock like last weekend or something like that. Bought some Navajo pottery
I
in
thought
Lubbock.
you were going to talk about drugs.
No, well, I'm sorry to
Some
disappoint.
Navajo skeet. Oh,
No, I think it was pottery, actually.
Did he say that? Yes, he did. Yes,
Skeet's
he
jizz.
fucking
Oh,
did.
Skeet's jizz. Never mind. My bad.
Brandon's one of those guys you got to go be like, did he say that?
She's
Yes, he
originally
fucking
from,
did.
but she's originally from like the Four Corners area, so she saw the pottery was being sold as Navajo pottery, Navaho.
No shit.
Yeah.
We're not Navajos. We're Texas hoes.
Oh, that is so-
That's it. And she said, so what would you do? I said, well, I would have said, Nava, who the fuck do you think you are?
Nava, who the fuck is that?
That's how that would have went down.
Skeet all over your face, people.
God
Anybody
damn.
listening, you just got skeet all over your face.
Yeah, if you made it to the end of this particular podcast, you're getting some fried gold bullshit from Ruben Gonzalez right now.
Ruben just skeeted all over your face.
All right, well, it's pretty listenable right till about that. Okay, so this week we like to thank our sponsors, Bullet Rye, for making us happy.
Bullet Rye, Echoes of Ancients. Oh, shit.
Echoes of
Echoes
Ancients
of Ancients.
sponsors all this shit, too.
Echoes of Ancients,
Yeah.
Runestone Mead. Bullet Rye, Budweiser.
All right, so we move into the quick picks of the week. Drinks, I'm going to go Bullet Rye.
Bullet Rye.
Bullet Rye.
Ruben, what are you picking for drink?
What do I do? What?
What's your drink pick?
I'll go with Runestone because I've been drinking quite a bit of it.
Right.
Good man.
Silga's probably going to pick like Parrot Bay, right? Parrot
something,
Bay.
yeah.
Something with coconut, OJ, and like milk.
Right. Not OJ the killer, but OJ the orange juice.
OJ the imbibed beverage.
Yeah. Metal. I'm going to go this week. You know what? Actually, there's something that was retweeted by Paul Bear, but that's what drew my attention to it on albums of the year. Bell Witch, which actually is going to be coming out next week. We'll talk about that one later. But Spirit Adrift and Paul Bear. I'm going to go Paul Bear.
I'm picking Chemist. Check him out.
Khemis.
Double M. But it doesn't matter. YouTube will tell you. YouTube will let you know. Ruben, what's your pick for metal?
For metal?
One pick.
For the week.
All That Remains, Madness. Not that other song, but Madness, which is on
Not
the,
not
it's on the
Garth
same
Brooks
album.
cover.
No. It's on the same album. It's called Madness, and it's actually a metal song.
Fair dues.
MMA, I'm going to go Demetrius Johnson with a crazy over-the-top throw to arm bar to submission.
I'm fucking going. I had originally went Chuck Liddell, Vico Tour, third round. I'm going fucking Pete Williams, knocking out Mark Coleman with a fucking front kick to the dome. David beating Goliath.
There you go.
Ruben,
Yes.
MMA or boxer? Who's your pick?
I know you want to go Johnny Tapia.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck it, Johnny Tapia.
Ah, you cocksucker.
He did my homework for me. He makes it easy, so fuck it. I'm lazy. He made it easy, so fuck
No one at this table did their homework but me.
No,
I could have said Canelo.
I'm quite sure that mine was intact.
Canelope.
All right, man. Well, it's time for us to wrap up this broadcast of the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. All right, so
Hope
thanks
you all
for,
appreciate round 2.
yeah. We'll
If there's
bitch
a
about
round-
it next
if
week.
there's a round 3, you're going to have to enter your date of birth.
That's right. Anyway, we thank Ruben for joining us for this week, and thank you especially.
Thanks for having me here, y'all. Thank
No
you.
problem, man.
I love y'all.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get you on out. Friday the 13th. Enjoy it as you may.
Oh, my God. What's that around the corner?
Happy
Dilly,
Happy
dilly.
Friday the 13th, everybody!
Dilly, dilly.